It's been a while since I've pulled a decent shot, at least looks wise. For the most part, they all taste pretty good, but I've been getting some gushers, let's call them, but let's try this. That's pretty good. I'll take it.
We'll run back through the admin panel just so I can show you where a lot of these resources live for anything that you need, but let's go ahead and just jump into your app.
All right, you know the deal. We're back on the running path, 4 miles today. We're cruising along. The legs are feeling tired from yesterday's workout, so we're moving a little bit slow. I'm definitely not the most recovered right now, so this run feels a bit hard, but we're pushing through. Better day at work today, catching up, feeling on top of stuff. Switching up the day a little bit because we were supposed to bench today, but with how sleep has been going this week, I really just don't want to add another super stressful day on top of a super stressful week. That's been a combo of more intensity than I was ready for, as well as less sleep than I really needed. Overall, you know, even though it's been a less than ideal week of training, I'm still feeling really good. There's always something odd happening down at the Rock. 2 Coast Guard helicopters just floating out there over the breakwater. Maybe a rescue? Heavy legs today, man. That was a good leg workout yesterday. My quads are tired, my hamstrings are tired, my glutes are tired, I'm tired. I'm glad I'm just doing the one workout for today. I don't think it's worth it trying to squeeze a bench session in when I could so easily move that to Friday. So, distributing this week just to make sure I can continue to recover and make up for that heavy day on Monday. But tonight, we're gonna go home, easy dinner, probably frozen pizza, and then we're headed off to a trivia night with some friends. So Wednesday is trivia. We're gonna go have some fun. Just gotta finish up this run.
So I've never really been the best at warming up or cooling down for really anything. I've been a just jump right into it kind of guy. But since my hip is probably about 20 years older than it should be at this point, I've been trying to be better about, you know, warming up before my runs and warming up before I'm like squatting and deadlifting, that sort of stuff. And then also doing some stretching and cooling down after. So, you know, for that, I pretty much do the same thing every single time. For warm up, I really like doing tib raises and calf raises. And then my PT has me doing these, I'll call them hip rotations, but essentially you're doing a slight squat, maybe like a half squat, and then you're trying to rotate your pelvis over the ball of your hip joint, like that. And so that's more of like an activation thing that I think has helped a lot for warming up for running. And then when I finish, of course, do some light stretching all the way through. One particular, I don't know so much if it's a stretch or an exercise or a mobility thing, but it is in the crow's pose and trying to externally rotate my leg. So I'll show you what that looks like right now. So this is the position right here. And then from this position, what I'm doing is I'm trying to raise this back foot up. So you'll see it's really slight, but I'm squeezing all in here and trying to get that activated. And really the idea is to make that area more mobile, right? I want to increase my range of motion, but I don't just want to stretch it to increase the range of motion. I want to be strong through the range of motion. So that's the idea behind doing this as part of my cool down routine, is just to keep the hips strong, and especially on the injured hip, this one over here, feeling that activation has been really good for my recovery, just sort of getting things, woken up, I guess, for lack of a better term. Something else that I try to do after every run is roll out my calves. A couple of years ago, I switched to trying to run more forefoot. I was a heel strike runner for a long time, and I decided to try it out, and I've stuck with it for the last couple of years. It works really well for me. But for maybe the first 6 months of doing it, my soleus, which is a small muscle that's sort of right underneath your calf, was just lighting up, and it was super sore all the time. And really, stretching wouldn't do anything for it. The only thing that would make it better was rolling out. In the past, I didn't feel it as much, it wouldn't get as tired or as sore, but after I got hurt and was getting back into running again, that first month and a half of running back from being hurt, it was just like when I had switched to running on my forefoot again. The soleus was super sore and tired all the time. So I'm back to rolling out my calf and the soleus a lot after every single run, just to keep things loose, keep things relaxed, and it feels really good. Okay, so we're doing a check-in on this week of training. You can see here I've updated the days that I switched around. So Wednesday, we got rid of the bench press day and we moved that to Friday. So we're going to bench press and we're going to do our long run on Friday. Today, Thursday, we've got a 5-3-1 deadlift plan. So we're going to be pulling heavy. And then I've also got a PT session later today. And what I'm going to do is just try to keep it light there and just make sure that I'm not overworking myself. Still didn't sleep great last night, but we are definitely moving in the right direction as far as recovery goes. So just don't want to keep hammering myself. I want to actually feel fully recovered and ready for that long run on Friday. The week is definitely flying by. I am looking forward to going mountain biking this weekend, having my rest day on Sunday, and then next week, my family and I are headed out for a vacation. We're going to Pacific Grove for my dad's birthday, and that's going to be on my deload week. So I'll do a little bit of running while we're out there. I won't be hitting the gym on Monday or Tuesday, probably not Wednesday as well, but I think that's okay, especially since it's going to be a deload week. I'll try to keep things light.